Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. So, I know it's been a hot minute, but it got hot here. But I wanted to show you something real quick before he stops doing it. But Goliath here is ready to wean. And the reason why he's ready to wean is because of something that he's doing. And I want to make sure and let y'all know, because with bucklings, whenever they get to be a certain age, and they can do it as early as 8 weeks old, but they need to be separated, and because it is a possibility that they can impregnate the does around them that are in heat. So let me show you what he's doing other than pestering Hope. Okay, so I came out to check on Miss Kit Kat here because she is due on either the 8th or the 15th, and today's the 8th, and she is not handling stuff very well. She still has her ligaments and her milk hasn't come in, but she does look like she is struggling a little bit. Okay, so these guys were born on the same day, okay? So they're 2 months old. There's no way that Hope could be having a cycle right now. She's too young. But Mr. Goliath here is absolutely pestering her. And what he's doing is he's got, he's trying to go after her. He's had his little lip curled. And he's also been trying to extend. And he was doing it here a minute ago whenever I was talking on the camera. Other than going after her and pestering her, he has been trying to extend, and I wanted to show y'all what that looked like. So every time that he goes to sniff her, he's been curling up that top lip like an adult buck or a mature buck. And see, she's peeing, or she's using the potty. He's got his little tongue out and everything. And he's trying to make grunting sounds towards her. And of course, every time I walk this way, she follows me because she's a bottle kid. Okay, there's the lip curl. Okay. Of course, he's chasing after her now. And it could just be that he's pestering her and not Kit Kat, and Kit Kat's the one that's actually releasing hormones. But as you can see, he's doing his little butt call like blah, 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 blah. And the humidity here in Arkansas kind of shot up overnight. And so with that, during the heat of the day, we are giving Hope and Stormy cold bottles of milk. Oh my goodness, Hope. But, yeah. And Stormy's like, hey dude, leave my best friend alone. Oh. So this is another sign to where he's actually urinating, but he's filling his oats per se on what he's supposed to do as a buck. So this week we will have to separate him because of this reason. And so it is time for him to wean, to get pulled off mom, and he is going to be one of the first Nigerians to get pulled off mom. And that'll be the beginning that'll be the start of our Nigerians on milking twice a day. I got you a snack. So I got her over here in the shade, Kit Kat was a bottle kid. She was a bottle kid, and so I had a little bit left over from giving the cold bottle to Stormy and Hope. And so I gave her about an ounce or two, try and cool her off. It's not gonna hurt her. And that seemed to do the trick, along with being in the shade with the breeze running. Looks like Goliath wound up getting tired of Hope, and so he's moving on, which is fine. But anyway, so just know that whenever they reach about 8 weeks old, some of them can be small. Like, so he's going over here to Cheese and Little Luna, which all 3 of them were born on the same day. So, you know, and now he's back to his little regular self. Hi, Goliath. You little hoodlum. Oh, and here's Bruno. Hi, Bruno. He was born about 3 days later, 3 days after. So it won't be too much longer before he needs to be separated too. I mean, they're essentially the same age, but he's not showing the same signs as Goliath. And Goliath is a little bit more bigger, which can impact their maturity and their hormones. So with like Cheese, he's not showing any signs. So, but what we do is somewhere between 8 to 10 weeks, we pull the boys. Their first CD&T shot is usually whenever they get banded, and it's usually about a week after they get pulled. Now Goliath and like Bruno, they're going to stay intact because they're going to be registered bucks, and but most of the regular little guys that we have out here are going to be banded. So but yeah, at 8 to 10 weeks, whenever we normally suggest pulling the bucklings, about a week later, we normally are going to band and give a CD&T injection. And then about somewhere between there and the time that they leave, depending on how their weaning goes, depending on how their banding goes, they'll get their tattoo or tags in their second CD&T shot. Usually it's within about 2 weeks of the first CD&T shot, but we try not to overstress them because we learned in our first year of goats several years ago that if you try to do everything at one time, you could essentially stress a goat to death. And it was a sad situation for us. We didn't know better. We didn't have a mentor. But you know, it happens. Everybody starts from somewhere, and that's why we suggest having a mentor, and we suggest trying to do everything in your power not to stress out goats. And heat is a stressor. So as much, you know, like it's May right now, but it's 90 degrees and it's humid, which can cause a lot of stress on the goats and on the kids. And like with Kit Kat, she's due any day, so it's an added stress because she's pregnant. But I wanted to let y'all know how we deal with little bucks like Goliath and all that. So alright, I hope y'all like the video. Please hit that like and subscribe. It does help us out. It helps the algorithm. And we will catch y'all next time. Bye.